Hey. It is 8:45, 8:46. So we're gonna get our video going in maybe about a minute. Let's just give some people some time to get on. As you come in, thank you for joining. Please share and invite others to join the video as well. I would greatly appreciate it. Thank you so much for joining. We're just going to give them about a few more seconds to get on because we want to be respectful of your time. For the first or second time, welcome back. Welcome. Thank you for joining. I appreciate all of you coming on the live. So, my name is LaShonda Prim, and I am the founder of Dazzling Divas, empowering women towards success. And my mission is to motivate women to overcome obstacles, vision success, and embrace change. So tonight we're going to be talking about breaking mental barriers, okay? Breaking mental barriers, which is very important. And I had to really think about some things today because there are some mental barriers that even I struggle with still today. And, sometimes y'all think that y'all see me on here and I got it all together. No, I absolutely don't have it all together. I am not perfect. I am just like you, trying to make sure that I do my best in what I do best, okay? So, tonight I wanted to share a story with you because a lot of you don't know my fitness journey, my wellness journey, leaving from being 238 pounds down to 194 pounds. And I had to do that. But in order for me to do that, in order for me to get to where I wanted to be, I had to make some changes. I had to begin to talk to myself and say, hey, you're going to have to do this. And it's not just about you doing it for the look. It's about you doing it for your overall wellness. And that was the one thing that I had to continuously tell myself every time I wanted to quit, every time I wanted to give up, when I didn't feel like going to the gym, when my body hurt. Like, that was a struggle for me, okay? So I had to continue to speak positive things and put positive energy in my space in order for me to achieve that particular fitness goal, my particular wellness goal, and my overall goal of being healthy, okay? So there were a lot of people that were like, oh, what are you doing? Oh, that stuff don't work. Oh, why are you trying to do that? Blah, 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 and you're going to find that when you hear people, when you get around people that they want to know what you're doing, they see you're advancing and whatever it is your goal is, and they want to know how you did it, right? Well, sometimes you have to tell them, but then you have to lead them, okay? And sometimes that was the hardest thing for me to learn, was that in order for me to maintain my mental stability, to be able to do the things that I wanted to do, to meet the goals that I had set for myself, I could not hear the outside chatter, okay? That was the one thing I had to continuously tell myself. People are going to tell you that you can't do it. People are going to tell you that you're not worth it. People are going to tell you that you cannot meet that particular goal. And that's with anything in life. And I wanted to share that story with you all because even in fitness and overall wellness, you could use that towards your own personal goals in life. We have so many people right now that are completing vision boards. You guys are trying to, figure out what your purpose is. I posted a blog today where you can check that out. It goes directly to my website. Y'all, please make sure you leave your information on there. Shameless plug, but I was able to really realize that, in order to break those mental barriers that we go through, you have to be willing to stand strong and firm in what it is that you believe in and where you see yourself going, okay? I have not met a person yet that has had a goal and they're like, okay, I got this goal, I want to meet it, but I don't think I can do it, and they just quit. No, they have always been the type of people that grind to the end, okay? You have to make sure that you are doing what you have to do in order to get to where it is that you desire to be. We always find time for the things that we desire to do, and oftentimes we don't find time to do the things that is meant for us to do in order to accomplish our goals. So we have to prioritize what's more important in our life right now in order for us to meet those goals, so that we don't have to have those days where we're like, okay, I'm not sure what I'm supposed to be doing. That's a mental block. I don't see where I'm going. That's a mental block. I just don't know if this is for me or not. That is a mental barrier, okay? So you don't want to continuously be running into mental barriers as you are growing in your business, as you're growing as a believer, as you're growing and meeting your goals, whatever that may be. If you're going back to school, if you're desiring to do some type of technical work, like, it does not matter. The system is still the same. You must be able to maintain your mental awareness of what is going on with you and you meeting your goals, okay? Sometimes we sit back and we're like, oh man, I could do that later. I don't have to worry about it. And then you got 10 other things that pile up on top of that, and you get pushed 10 spaces back just because you didn't take the time out to mentally prepare yourself for the day, to say, hey, you know what? I know I have to do X, Y, Z today. Let me see what I can do in order to strategize, to make a list, to figure out what it is that I desire to do on today, so that I can meet my goals, so that I can be successful at meeting my goals, okay? That is a very big thing, and sometimes we don't even think about it like that, as, our mental barriers being a roadblock or a stumbling block for us meeting our goals. We're always like, oh, it's the devil. Oh, this person. Oh, that person. Oh, they didn't let me get what I needed in order to start the business. No, it's not that, because you could do anything that you desire to do. You can be anyone that you desire to be, okay? Sometimes things don't work out for a reason. They don't work out because maybe it's not your season to be in that particular position. Maybe it's just not for you. Maybe God has something better for you. And as you are trying to grow and figure out where it is that you're supposed to be, we have to learn that some things we just have to take with a grain of salt. Be like, okay, that didn't work. On to the next. That didn't work. On to the next. Okay? One thing I will tell you guys is I have never been afraid. I have never been afraid to try something new. I have always had the heart of an entrepreneur. I have always been able to do things with my hands. I have always been able to create things, okay? And as I am creating things in my mind, I'm trying to figure out, okay, well, what's my next strategy? What am I going to do in order to move this particular product? What am I going to do in order to get people to understand what my message is? What am I going to do in order for people to be relatable to me? Okay, these are the things that I think about as I am growing in my own business and trying to figure out what it is that I desire to do and what it is, where it is that I desire to be. Okay, so one thing that I want to tell you is that you're going to have to be a risk taker. You're going to have to be a risk taker. Sometimes we get afraid. We don't want to step out on that limb because it's like really like a twig, and it really ain't a limb. It's a twig, like a real pinky twig, okay? But we don't want to step out because we're so afraid of what could happen, okay? Not the things that ain't gonna happen, but the things that could happen. And oftentimes you hear people say that, we're afraid of success, okay? And sometimes that is true, because if you actually believe in yourself and you know that you can accomplish that particular goal, whether it's now, 10 years, 20 years later, if it's your goal and it's in alignment with your purpose, you will be able to accomplish it because it was meant for you. And we have to realize that sometimes we get outside of what the will of God is for our lives, and we just end up all over the place. I've done it many times, okay? Because in my head, I can figure out how to do anything, okay? I don't care what it is. I can figure it out. I can do it. I can get it done and be done with it, okay? On to the next. But we have to understand that as we are growing, and we have bigger goals that we set for our lives. We have bigger plans, and we can see the destination where we desire to be. And you can't just go out there and just do whatever you want to do. But I want you to be okay with taking a risk. Even if you fail at it, you can say, I tried. Okay? I always tell people, don't be afraid to step out on faith. Don't be afraid to go out there and tell somebody who you are, what it is that you do. Don't be afraid or intimidated by anyone else that you see on social media because they're not you. At the end of my videos, you hear me say all the time, nobody can do you better than you. So be great at who you have been called to be. And I say that all the time because that was something that I had to learn personally for myself. I had to learn that, Shonda, you're great. Greatness is within you. You have everything that you need in order to accomplish the goals that you have set. Okay, you wanted to start this organization? Great, start it. What do you want to call it? Oh, let's figure it out. I got a name now. Okay, well, who do I want to be a part of my organization? Who am I trying to target? Who do I want to link up with? What are my connections going to be? These are the type of things that I had to continuously tell myself because I had so many people looking at me crazy like, why would you want to do that? Why would you leave your job and write the book? Why would you just decide that you don't want to do this anymore? Like, it doesn't really matter. Does it matter to you? Nope, it doesn't, because it's my life. And guess what? If I fail at it, if I never got a chance to write the book, at least I can say that I tried. But thank God, I am a very persistent person. So I decided that I was going to put my feet to the pedal and decide that I was going to move forward. Okay, that's my next point. You have to be willing to move forward past your obstacles, past your fear, past anyone that decides to tell you that you can't do it, that you're not worth it, that you're not who you say you are. You just look at them and say, thank you very much. I appreciate it. Smile and move on. Okay, that's what I do a lot. Okay, because I get a lot of people that tell me, oh, you're not a good speaker. Oh, you don't qualify for this. Oh, you can't have that. Oh, you don't fit into this particular circle. That's right, I don't fit in. No, I may not qualify for what you have, but guess what? Even though you tell me I don't, guess what? I'm going to go back and I'm going to create one. Okay, I'm going to create one for the people like me that's outside of the box, that don't even have a place to go because they know that their goals are bigger than what people can see. Okay, so when you have vision, you have to understand that your vision is not for everybody else. It's for you to carry out, and then let them see it later on. Okay, they'll see it, they'll come back and they'll be like, oh man, I didn't even know that you was doing all that. I know you didn't, but that's okay, because we still love them from a distance. We still continue to move forward. We still continue to not allow those people to stop us and deter us from reaching our goals and our destination in life and our purpose. Okay, so you want to be willing to do whatever it takes in order to get there too. Sometimes it's going to be hard. Sometimes it's going to mean that you're going to do things. You're going to have to do things even when you don't really feel like it. It's going to be times when the goals that you set are going to be like, man, whew, I think I set my standards high this time, but I'm not sure. Well, guess what? You better stop and say, guess what? I set it that high, so I guess I can reach it. And that's one of the things that I had to learn, was to set standards for myself. Like, I don't even have the same friends that I used to have back then. I have very few friends now. You want to know why? Because as you continue to move forward, it's smaller at the top, but it's wide at the bottom. So everybody who want to be at the bottom and y'all want to stay there, then that's fine. I'm going to love y'all from a distance, but I got to keep moving forward. I see myself at the top. That's the standard that I set for myself. So if you don't see yourself going where I'm going, then so long. But I'm gonna still tell you hey, but I'm gonna tell you hey from, in front of you. You're gonna be down there somewhere doing whatever it is that you do, and that's okay. Okay, that's the mindset that you have to achieve when you are going to reach your purpose, reach your goal. When you have such a big vision and you know that you don't fit in with everybody else's vision of what they see for yourself. Okay, no. It don't matter what you think about me. It don't matter how you see me. It doesn't matter what you think about how I present or anything like that. Guess what? I'm still doing what I love to do. And they always say, as long as you're doing what you love to do, you'll never work a day in your life, okay? And I plan to not work a day in my life because I love what I do. And I love teaching. I love being able to inspire women. I love being able to go to a young lady and let her know that you may have made a mistake, but guess what? It's not the end of the world. You still have time to correct what it is that you messed up, and it's okay to mess up. We are not perfect, okay? That's the one thing that we have to understand. In this life, we are not perfect. You can't sit there and judge people based on the mistakes that they made when you know you made some too, okay? So I know I'm hitting on a lot of people tonight, but it's all good. We're going to be fine. So one of the last things that I want to leave with you is when you are thinking about breaking mental barriers, you have to remember that you have to have something that's bigger than you. You have to believe in something that's bigger than you. You have to trust in something that is bigger than you. For me, I believe that God has sent me here to do whatever the will of his kingdom is. And I don't care if he says, you know what, I'm going to need you to go out right now and you need to go and give this man on the corner $50. I'm going to go and get him this $50, okay? Because I don't want to be outside of the will of God for my life, okay? One thing is that they tell you have to be transformed by the renewing of your mind. It's in the Bible. You have to remember that as you grow, you're going to outgrow a lot of people. You're going to have to remember that, all of the craziness, all of the chaos, all of the drama, all of the whatever, that you leave behind, this is just for you to be able to take that step on your own. And y'all, I have to sit there because literally that is the one thing that will block your momentum, is if you decide to allow somebody else and their crazy, their chaos, their drama to stop you from reaching your goals, because you can't do anything about that for them. Okay, they have to realize what their purpose is for themselves, and then they have to live their life just like you live yours. Okay, so as you grow in this season, remember, you have to be transformed by the renewing of your mind. Okay, you must be transformed. Okay, you have to move forward. You have to go towards your goals. You have to make sure that you are doing what it is that you are called to do, because it is there where you will find your purpose, where you find self-love, where you find dedication, where you find commitment, and all of the above, because you're not going to want to ever stop doing what you love doing. Okay? So that's all I have for you. I just wanted to share that with you all. Sometimes you just have to realize that, you have to take the facts, and then you have to take what you have that's deep down and it's just feelings, okay? Sometimes we move on what we feel instead of what the facts are. Sometimes we may not feel like doing something, but the fact is that I am not that type of person to just lay down and not worry about how I'm going to plan out my day, how I'm going to meet my goals for that day. No. So you have to remember that the facts about yourself. What do you say about yourself? What do you want people to remember about you? What type of legacy are you trying to leave behind? Okay, if nobody ever watched my videos ever, listen, if it was just one person, it would be okay. Because I know that whoever is watching, they are supposed to be there at that particular time. And that's the mindset that you have to have. Whatever it is that you desire to do, whoever it is that you desire to become, you can do that. Because as you transform your mind, you will transform everything else. If you could change your mind about how you do things, then you can change everything else about your life, okay? Because the mindset that you have will gear you towards your goals. All right. So y'all have a great night tonight. I just wanted to share that with you all. If you have not checked out the blog, go on my Facebook page. You can also go to my website. It's www.LashondaReneeSpeaks.com. And you can go on there and check out the blog. It is very interesting. There's a crazy picture up there from me way back when too. So you just want to make sure you go out there and check that out. If you have not joined my YouTube channel, please make sure that you log on and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Whereas I will not be posting videos here very long. I will be posting them there. So I just wanted to share that with you all. I hope that you have a great week. Y'all stay encouraged, be inspired to do something great, not just for you, but for someone else. And remember, until the next time, nobody can do you better than you. So be great at who you have been called to be. Bye, y'all.